cars, cars, and cars. Hi, I'm your host Thomas Gallmeyer, and this is the Mot Krid Show.
Welcome to the Mot Krid Show.
I've always been enthusiastic about cars. Maybe it had to do with the fact that Papa used to take my brothers and I to car shows at a very early age. We would get to see DTM cars, Formula 2 and new road cars, and of course be awed by the spectacle that was and has been Formula 1. I still remember seeing the gruesome photos of Jochen Rindt's accident that took his life, my father talking about Niki Lauda's incredible comeback after his near-fatal accident at the Nürburgring, and it instilled my young mind with the desire to one day own my own car, drive fast and enjoy everything about motors. Then something unexpected happened in my life. I fell in love with music, and that new passion was all-consuming. Mama would drive me to my first gigs as I was too young to drive, and then when I finally got my driver's license at 18, my focus had shifted from fast cars to more practical motors. And so my first car, in order to accommodate my needs as a working drummer, was a used Opel station wagon. That's Maxel, my first dog on the bonnet. Then I moved to Los Angeles and bought a used 1980 Honda Civic wagon, green. Very reliable car. However, with the weight of drums and driving to gigs sometimes every day and night of the week, I outgrew that car quickly, and a couple of years later purchased a 2-year-old Toyota pickup truck. This truck would have lasted forever, but it was a base model and had a bench seat that seriously messed up my hips, leading to bursitis, and so a new car was needed. Now by this time I had already met the love of my life, Natalie, and together we bought a Pininfarina Spider 2000, and after a lengthy discussion we decided on a BMW 525i Wagon. An absolutely brilliant car. It could still hold all my drums and was a perfect car for Max, our first Akita, who stuck his head out the double sunroof. We then replaced the Pininfarina with a brand new Beetle Turbo. Then tragedy struck. Our lives were turned upside down, and we decided to throw caution to the wind and bought our first dream car, a brand new Porsche Cayman S. Eventually the BMW was replaced by a new Mercedes 350 wagon, and then once again an absolute dream car entered our lives, a brand new Mercedes AMG E63 wagon, which replaced the 350 wagon. Finally then we had our dream combination of cars. However, being self-employed and a musician, life can change from one day to the next, and we sold both cars and replaced them with a new Beetle convertible that then needed to be upgraded to a new Audi A3 e-tron Sportback when we adopted Max, our second Akita, and he turned out to be a rather big boy. Those were the cars used in everyday life. Along the way I owned, but always had to sell to stay afloat at one time or another, a Triumph TR6, a 1973 Porsche Targa, a Pontiac Tempest convertible, a 1964 Porsche 356C, and a 2012 Mercedes S500. I still love going to auto shows. So finally this year, Natalie, Max the Akita, and I went to the Rodeo Drive Concours d'Elegance and caught up with some truly remarkable motors. Hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane and the Beverly Hills Car Show. See you again next week. Drive responsibly. Cheers! Sometimes the business side of music takes over, and it's easy to drift away from what's really the heart of it all. Writing songs. It's been an incredible few weeks lately, making new friends, having had the chance to write songs with Carl Anderson, Cindy Gomez and Kristina Maria. Stay tuned in and subscribe for release and updates and news.
We're standing standing in the center of the eye, surrounded by the wind and darker sky. True, you and I could leave, but gonna stay. If everything is lost, we'll find a way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Tonight we'll spin around and dance in this hurricane. It's knowing how to live in the rain. Sometimes the thunder brings another chance. This hurricane is knowing how to live life and love in the rain.
Welcome to this week's weekly top 10. As temperatures are soaring outside, we're in a chill kind of mood and have some brilliant music lined up for you. Let's get started with London Grammar's Sykes, the tourist version, followed by Nora and Pure and Branches, and the ever so funky South by Gela Matthias. Dennis Lloyd tells us Never Mind with the Wankelmood remix, and Halsey is Still Feeling Alone. It's the In-Between featuring Unjulie by Elefanci. We're ready for the new world, that's yours truly, and Porter Robinson's Language takes us into all your love with Flight Facilities, featuring Dustin Tibat. I'm gonna close tonight's top 10 with an apology from all of us for the unhinged person in the White House. Here's Green Day with American Idiot. Click over to Mixcloud, turn up the volume, follow and subscribe here and on Mixcloud, and enjoy this week's Mot Krid Weekly Top 10.